Do you see me, she, her?
No, ma'am. Turn you on around. Hello. We are getting ready to get started. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Say that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we need to come up
Hi,
with
Facebook world. Hello, YouTube world. I'm so glad y'all.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
hold on. Technical
Sorry.
difficulties.
Y'all come on in.
Come on in the room.
While Katrina gets her life together.
All the way together.
Hold on, guys. I was set up.
Hey, Alicia. Girl, you see that light? Girl, look.
Can you come and be in the light over here?
Come to the light, Caroline.
Hello, everybody. If you don't mind, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and share. Y'all know, I don't know why we always doing it. Didn't want to try to do it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hello, Facebook. Hello, Felicia, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What's on your mind? What's going on?
What's on my mind? Nothing on my mind today. Nothing.
Let me tell y'all what's on my mind. So it kind of ran into it's a run on from last week actually. So I did go back and I did look at the black couple, the polygamous black couple.
Okay,
did you? You didn't go and look at it?
Didn't.
It was rather interesting. Yeah, nobody agreed with any of that was in either one of the women's families. But yeah, it was interesting. So, hello everybody. Please like and share. What is there something like that?
It says, yeah, it's asking me, do I want to add somebody to my live? It's all right.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so that's what has been on my mind. I did go back and I did look at it because I thought it would be, interesting considering it was a black couple. So it was interesting. Y'all probably should check it out. It's called Searching for Sister Wives.
Oh.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, go back to the last taping and check out the title Polygamy, Yay or Nay.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
All right. So today we got a topic from a viewer, and the situation is simply, how do I deal with my husband's family when they are totally into the ex-girlfriend?
I felt that in my spirit.
So I think a lot of people have opinions and how they would do things. And so I thought it was kind of interesting because I kind of was in that situation. But it wasn't an immediate, like it wasn't like the mom, brother, sister situation. It was more like outside.
Gotcha.
Close family, but they were into the ex.
Do you say they were into the ex, or how else did you word that than saying into the ex?
Into the ex.
Into the ex.
I don't think there's any other way of wording it. If you call her to the family function, then you were more, I mean, like you ain't called me.
Oh, so you.
Or my husband.
Oh.
So you were more into her, but you made it seem like it was a kid thing. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what are you thinking? What you gotta say?
Listen, I don't like it so good. Because here's the thing, but it's kind of difficult because what happens when the family and the family and the ex have been around for a long time, and what happens when there's still that relationship there after they leave? Do they cut the ex off? I just say no, don't invite them around when I know. That'll be the whole thing, huh?
I kind of like how you kind of went into that because you are absolutely right. So let's just use our own lives, right?
Right.
You in a relationship with somebody, and you've been in a relationship in a relationship with them for a long time, and so you have kids by them, and so the family knows you very well.
Right.
Okay. So not only do you have a relationship, you also with the family, you also have a relationship with the child, with like if they had kids.
Right.
So that ain't something that you just cut off.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even I don't know. So it's almost like telling your mate to get rid of everything that he's ever done in the past. So now, is that fair? Is it something you would want him to do to you?
So let me tell you what I'm not going to do. Let's have a sidebar. Okay. So the only instance that I can see that it is okay is if there are small kids involved, and then I'm gonna need to know what holiday it is. Like if it's Christmas, if it's a birthday party in the family, that's a totally different situation. That ain't what we talking about, huh?
If it's a birthday, is it a child's birthday party or
yeah, see, that ain't what it is. The topic is the family inviting the ex, so that wouldn't even be the situation.
Right.
Okay. No. I'm saying like the only time I can see that it is an instance where it's okay is if small kids are involved, and she may be coming over there to bring the children, and at that point she ain't gotta stay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think that's where people get it confused though, because when the young lady was talking about it, she said she has a child.
Right.
He has children from the other young lady. And so the family is inviting, without even talking to anybody, they're inviting, it is, I think so too.
That's disrespectful.
They're inviting the ex to the event, not the child, the ex.
Let me tell you something. That's disrespectful because number one, depending on what type of relationship you had with the ex, if y'all had a falling out, a fighting out, or whatever it is, and then I pop up to, at least give me the due diligence to say, hey, so-and-so gonna be to the party. Mm. At this point, you giving me to say, I don't want to go because I don't feel like being around that. But at least let me know that they're gonna be there. Like, that is real disrespectful. It's very disrespectful.
Okay, but what about that family who say, but now I don't have no issues with so-and-so?
See, and that's when you don't go to their stuff. Because see, you at their house on their rules. Yeah. So then you don't go.
So are you dismissing yourself from the entire family because of
I'm dismissing myself from the situation.
Would you be uncomfortable around the ex? I think I would if it was a situation between us, if we've had a situation. But if we've never had a situation and like he has clearly never not been around this lady for a long time and they can be cordial and act like they got good sense and she can, I would be fine with it.
Okay.
If that was the situation. If we had a situation in the past, I don't think.
Come on, somebody. I
don't think that's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care how adult you are, it's just not gonna work. So Simply D on YouTube said the ex should fall back until they have talked things out. But what if there was but who talked things out? Is it the husband and the wife, or your husband and you, or your husband and the family? You see what I'm saying? Because there's a huge dynamic to this. Like it's multiple, faceted. Yeah. Like it's different situations going on.
Me being the ex, I don't even know that I even want to go. Why I want to sit there? Yeah. Somebody that I used to love, somebody I used to go, somebody I used to, and sit there and watch you booed up with your new girl. That's hurtful. If you ain't over it, that hurts. Maybe I said if you're not over it, that hurts. If you're not over it, I would not ever want to be around.
Okay. That hurts.
Yeah. If I'm not over it,
then I wouldn't even come if I'm not over it. That's what I'm
telling you, but I'm friends with the family. The family invite me. I'm the ex. I'm really not over my situation with the brother. But I'm going because my homegirl, which is the sister, invite me. And then I ain't know that my ex-husband was bringing his new girlfriend or boo or wife, and I don't got to sit there watching y'all. See, I got choked up because
You done got choked
that
up.
thing hurt me.
I'm so sorry. Oh my God. You play too much.
Yeah, I said, girl, stop.
Simply D said, husband and you. So her first comment was the ex should fall back until they have talked things out. And she said the husband and you talk things out. The ex and the husband and the family and the ex and husband. So everybody needs to talk things out. I don't think that should be a situation. I really don't think that as grown people, even if you don't like me or agree with the relationship, I think you should respect your family member enough not to even make him uncomfortable. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, don't do that.
And here's the other thing. The other thing is, if I'm telling you as an in-law, I don't like that. I don't want to be around that. And you still invite them, then how you do? Then what?
You tell them that?
Yeah. So what if I had the in-laws inviting the it over, and I'm like, listen, I'm uncomfortable with that, and not because, it's just uncomfortable. And they continue to invite her over. How do you deal with that then?
Well, do you think that the person is looking too much into, do you think she's overthinking the situation, or because from talking to her, I didn't get an idea that maybe they could have a situation.
Oh.
So do you think maybe she's kind of looking too much into it? Edward Johnson said, I agree with Z. Get out of your feelings.
Get out your feelings. You stop it, Edward, and I don't even know who you are. But listen here, cause if your girl ex-man was there and you there, how you feel? Get a man a number. Let him call in because I want to hear this.
So the number is 850-320-8118.
Because you probably talking. Oh, I'm sorry. Because see, you probably talking about if both of your girls there. Y'all all right with that?
So she said, get out of your feelings.
Yes.
And we don't know. We don't know if really she's kind of like
in her feelings or not.
Thinking too much into it. We really don't. But if I have a problem with it, then I think that I need to talk to my husband and let him know. But now this is the other question. Am I supposed to allow my husband to talk to his family to correct the situation because he knows how I feel? Or do I wait until I blow up because I'm about sick of it and then just go off on everybody?
That's good right there.
I mean, like, how would you, I know how I would handle it.
So,
you know me.
What that comment says, because I can't see that far. And let's say Jazz Clark says,
overreacting.
Oh,
who's overreacting, Jazz?
I don't know because it says Paul.
Oh, no, let's resume.
Yes, resume.
So, Jazz, who is overreacting? Is it the new wife or is it the family? I mean, like, I don't know. But Edward said yes.
Have your husband deal with the situation, the issues. Okay, yeah. So listen. So you talk to your husband and you say, babe, listen, this is how I'm feeling. But he don't see nothing wrong with it. So now what do?
What the man say? What the man gonna say?
Grow up. Just like what he just said. Get out your feelings. But see now if it was my baby daddy, ex-lover there, how you gonna feel?
Or I'm sure a man would be like, I have already done what I said.
See.
He'll be like, well, I can't tell them who to invite to their house. And it's true.
That is absolutely true.
That is true.
That's why you do your due diligence and let me know, hey, look, so-and-so gonna be to the house. I don't know how you feel about it. And at that point, I'll be like, I see y'all later.
Yeah.
Because, that ain't cool. Because
you really don't know if she has, like...
You don't know what
her intentions are. You don't know. You don't know if she's still really into him or if she's giving him the googly eyes.
Right.
So now you at the party really uncomfortable because you peeping.
Where they at?
You peeping, making sure.
They missing together. Where they at?
Making sure ain't nothing going on. So you ain't even, you're not even comfortable.
Edward Johnson said, I wouldn't feel bad at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to totally be secure in your relationship.
You got to make sure that your soul is anchored.
Yeah.
In who?
The law.
There it is.
I'm just saying, like, you know how I would react.
So let me ask you. So is it too much, or how do you deal with, actually, for real? How do you deal with saying, okay, the first girlfriend or the wife, we actually friends, right? Okay.
Wait, who do?
Okay. Let me run
the
this back. Let me
girl?
run this back. Okay, so my brother is married, right?
Okay.
And you know I love his wife or whatever. We had a relationship, right? Okay. So something happened and they're no longer together, right?
His wife. Okay.
Right. So are they expecting me to cut her off all because he has somebody new? Now I have a friend that listen to this now. I had a friend that she was started being friends with her husband's friend's wife. Okay. They told her, if anything ever happened to you and your husband, we can't be friends no more. Because my loyalty lies with his new girl. That's a real story.
Honestly, I missed it.
Let me run it back.
Okay.
Rewind and bring it back against the left off. So what I said was, okay, me and whoever were dating, right? Or we married, right? But my husband and his friend, his wife, they always was friends before me and my husband got together. So now all the couples are married together, right? Mm-hmm. But the couple was the husband friend first. Okay. Oh. Mm-hmm. So the wife of the husband friend told my homegirl, if you and your husband ever separate, we can no longer be friends. Because my loyalty lies with whoever he's with.
Now let's we're gonna talk about that. That's interesting. But let's go ahead and read some comments. Hold on. So Jazz on Facebook said, if she have a genuine relationship with the family and not bothering or a factor in my relationship, it's cool. And I say that too. That's really what I say too, Jazz, because I think that unless we had a situation and it was pretty bad, I probably would feel some kind of way. But if we never had any altercations and we can all be grown about, and I know she ain't gonna pop off and act silly, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't gonna be all that comfortable, but I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so Keisha said on YouTube, the ex has to make a decision not to accept every invite the family gives. But what if the husband is still giving the ex some attention and she feels like it's okay?
You better say it. You better say it.
You are absolutely right. And that's exactly what I was saying. Like, now you're going to be looking crazy because you got to make sure they ain't missing or, you know, all both of them ain't in the kitchen at the same time. Because you're going to bust up. Yeah. Edward said nasty. I don't know what that is.
Like my story that I told.
Oh, now, okay, so let me say, okay. So in a relationship, you meet a lot of people.
Right.
If so couples hang out with couples.
Right. True.
If somebody break up and you have like Jasmine, a genuine relationship with someone, like the other person's female friend, I don't think it don't make sense to me to feel like I gotta not have her as a friend anymore. What I will not do though is have conversations with her about her ex, and because that ain't for me.
Right.
That don't put me in that, and don't try to figure nothing out, because you won't say Yolanda said nothing.
That's about like when the parents got together with a kid and the kid go off for the weekend. He's like, "What your daddy doing?"
Yeah, see how rude that is.
What they got over there?
That's new.
Business. That's new.
Right.
What they have to like on the inside?
Yeah. Yeah. You won't know. You won't know because you won't go. And so I think that really is a serious situation where we need to have some conversation. So Simply D said, and I won't invite her over when he coming.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
But why invite I'm still confused on why invite an ex to a family function anyway?
Because they friends.
No. No. It's a time and a place for everything.
I totally agree.
You can have you a barbecue cookout and me and whoever ain't invited, or you invite her and whoever else that you want to have there. We don't have to be on the scene for everything. Hey, on the scene for everything. Yeah. I'm gonna copyright that. Meg Thee Stallion had that in her song. Listen.
Oh.
I'm just saying, we don't have to be there for everything. So separate what you invite her to when you know we're not gonna be there.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Don't invite me. So see, now, and it doesn't happen to me. What happens when, the ex there, and she started comparing what they used to do to what y'all now doing? What I do?
But
what I do?
But if she vocalizing it though, like
yeah.
Like let's give an example of that.
Let me tell you what the story was. So it was a holiday.
Okay.
She bought some over for the event, and she was like, "Hey, come taste this. This is what I used to look for him to keep him." So now what I do?
Leave. It's time to go, and your black ass is coming too. You got to go. We all need it. That's rude. Ooh.
Then her said, "Well, I can't let you taste what I cooked for him to keep him."
Oh, now that was nasty. Miss Jackson. That was nasty. Oh my. So Keisha said, on YouTube, Keisha said, that's not a real friendship from the beginning. You're just dealing with each other because of the relationships you're in. Right. Edward said, I stopped listening.
What you start listening? When you start listening?
But now let's go back to Keisha's, and that is so true, because if you can cut people off like that, now don't get me wrong. Now, okay, again, let's go back, because y'all know sometimes I tell my life.
Tell your life.
Let me take the glass off.
Take them off.
So when I was married before, it was and then we went through our little situation. I didn't think anybody should have talked to him anymore. I was like, why y'all talking to him? Why?
Like who?
I was still hurt though. Any of my family.
Oh, your family.
Any of my friends. Anybody. Don't talk to him. And don't you dare call me and say I saw your husband. Don't you? My what? My who? Don't you refer to him as that?
Okay, so what?
I was still hurting.
There it is.
I was still hurt.
Because I was going to say, what happens if you all didn't separate under circumstances where you were hurt or you were upset?
Right.
Would you have still felt that way?
No, probably not, because I don't feel that way now. I even talk to him now. Hey!
No.
Oh, yeah. Because again, guys, the chapter has to close. And you won't know that until you know that. Can't nobody tell you when your chapter is closed but you.
Close it, Nene.
Now I'm trying.
What Nene said?
I don't know.
Nene Lee said it is closed.
I can't. I'm glad she didn't. But anyway, that's another subject. So Simply D say, because he didn't do anything to me. And Simply D, if y'all don't know, is my sister. And you heard what she just said.
Simply D is my first cousin. Just in case y'all ain't know.
They ain't do nothing to me. And I didn't care. Because again, I was hurting. I could care less if anybody talked to him at this point, because there's nothing there for him. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get to that point. But when I was in my hurting stage, I don't be coming to my mama's house. What you visiting her for? Because if you love me enough, you would have loved her enough not to mess over her door.
Right there. That's good.
How I felt. But am I in a different place now? Absolutely. We can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I asked about family. You know, we can chat, and then that's it. And so I think the ex has to get to a point where they can act, because if they still want to come around, it's something. It's something.
You know, I don't know, because I know I have somebody that I love near and dear, and her ex, they are literally friends. But she has sense enough to appreciate the invite but she don't go.
Okay.
Right.
9 times out of 10, they ain't done it. They still want to see him for something.
No, it's the respect part for her.
It's the respect thing. I said 9 times out of 10. You do have
but
those.
But she the 1% then.
Yeah, you do have those situations where people can just be adults. When there are kids involved, it's almost like, I know you had said before, like, well, I can see if they come to bring the kid, don't use that.
Right.
Because in relationships, broken relationships, you still don't have to come. You drop my child off to me while I'm at my family's house, and I will bring my child back to you, or you can come back and pick up the child, but you're no longer in my family, so you don't have to be present.
Okay, all right.
And that was another situation, like I had before. It was like, where you at? And you over there trying to rock the baby to sleep at her house.
Girl, hold on. Let's have a sidebar now. Because have you been seeing Tamar Get Your Life?
No, I'm not.
Okay, let me tell you about it, right? So, Tamar New Boo calls her house his house. David, I couldn't think of his name. Mm-hmm. So, before they even filmed, David told them he will not film and they will not show the thing if they ever show video. Okay? So, then David got a whip from Logan that his daddy came in the house and came in his room. David packed his stuff up and left because he said, I told you I didn't want Vince in my house. Now, I was like, that ain't your house, though. And he bringing his kid over. It might be trying to tuck him in to sleep. But now, you know what, David? I feel you now. He said, that is disrespectful. Any man should not be walking through another man's house. And I felt you, David.
Not even another man's house.
I felt you, David.
Just if you are in a relationship, I think that it's a bit much to... Your baby got issues, you better go get him and resolve them and take him on back. But you in a relationship. Now, where's my mind knowing that you laying up in the bed with your baby because she might be laying up there with you? Come on.
Let me tell you what else.
Hold on. Let's read Simply D. Simply D said, I understand that, but at that moment, that was rude because I didn't know the backstory. What you talking about?
Willie.
Simply D, you talking about me? I'm lost.
Now, you know my backstory. Let me tell you, don't be around here shooting shots because the people don't know that y'all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, so y'all, let's get back on her situation. This is quite a bit. So one of the questions is, how do you deal with the constant reminders of the in-laws mentioning your husband's ex? So, even little nasty stuff like, you remember when so-and-so used to do da-da-da-da in your presence? Like, that's so freaking rude.
You give them this look right here. And that's the look.
Oh, that's that look. Don't it?
Yeah, but I'm going to need you to stop listening.
Stop listening. Yeah, that's ugly. And so I think at that moment when things are being said, you might need to approach your husband and say, look, boo, now let's talk about this about enough.
I done had about enough.
And so I think you need to step in. And so the other question is, do you stop visiting the in-laws or separate yourself due to them being insensitive? Like,
absolutely.
Do I have to say that I'm insensitive for them to realize that they're being insensitive? Do I have to say that?
You had a conversation with number one, the husband, and then you expect him to take it back. If he don't take it back, then you turn around and you had the conversation with the in-laws. And actually, after you've had that conversation and they're not acknowledging your feelings, then you fall back. Because I've already asked you and I've already told you I'm not comfortable with that.
Oh, he done
tell their ass off.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, Edward said, Simply D said, you have to learn to be secure in your relationship. See where his head is.
No, see, that don't have nothing to do with secure. If I'm telling you, and I said secure, that don't have nothing to do with that. If I'm telling you, listen, I don't feel comfortable with, me being in this environment with whoever, to my husband, to my boyfriend, to my boo. And if he sit there and he don't acknowledge my feelings and it keeps happening and you don't take it to your family who is actually doing it, you ain't gonna have a conversation with them. So now you know that they getting this information. And they ain't being just downplayed by your boo, your man, or whoever. And then if it continues to happen, yes, you do fall back. Because at this point, you know how I feel, and it is up to me to put myself in that situation, which I don't have to do.
Right.
So if she's more important to be to your function and you know how I feel, then let it be. Don't ask where I be because you know where I'm
is. I'm just at home with my kids. But when Simply D said you have to learn to be secure in your relationship, see where his head is, Edward said no. Tell their ass off. And then Simply D said, I agree. I don't know if the mate need to tell them off. And to piggyback on what you said, though, I don't think that I don't think it's up to the wife to say anything to the family. It just causes
the hell you preach.
Well, first of all, I don't ever want to be in between.
I understand that's your house. I understand that's your house, but these are my feelings. And this is how I'm feeling.
Right.
I'm a very vocal helper. I don't hold my tongue. I don't bite it. I tell everybody how I feel. You don't even have to guess it.
Right.
So therefore, if I don't see a situation being handled, I'm going to the source. I was told if you thirsty, go straight to the water. Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think you should always leave it up to your mate because you keep saying, but what if he don't go back and say nothing? But how you know he didn't?
He said, give me that number again because, see, he's going to be confrontational.
It's 850-320-8118. And so I'm not that one that's going to be like acting a fool. I'm just not. So, again, I say, let your mate handle it. Mm-hmm. Whether you are the female or the male that's in the situation, let your mate handle it because you don't know if he went and he probably should come back and convey that. Like you need to come back and say, I talked to mama and you know. And Simply say, I'll say something. And Edward said, sometimes you have to, and sometimes you do have to. Sometimes, but I think you need to be mindful now how you say things because you don't want it to be a rift between nobody and their mama.
Right.
I don't. But now if mama being silly, I've had that happen too. If mama being silly now, you going to get the kid and then talking about, oh, I went and got the baby, but I got something to do. Y'all get the baby. No, you should have left the baby where he was. That's rude. Because now it's almost like you trying to run my house. Like that you don't do that. Simply D said the wife is going to make it worse if she addresses it. And I disagree. No, I agree.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
I disagree because there is a way that you can say anything to get your point across and not be confrontational. And it won't make it worse.
Do you know the way?
Do I know the way?
Do you know the way?
They've been down that path.
Do you know the way to not be confrontational? Because I know you.
Yeah, you know of me. You don't know
I
me.
know you.
And it depends on the day you know me. So you say
ain't gonna say it right. So just let if that was ever to happen to you, you let your husband address it. And likewise, if it happens to your husband, then he need to let you address your family. Right?
I don't know. But anyway.
Simply D said if you got an old mom, they have no filter.
That's me. Hello, my name is Katrina. I have no filters.
You ain't old, so you need to get your life together.
I ain't old, but I have an old soul.
Oh God. Okay, so again, what is the responsibility? What responsibility do you think the husband has to check his family? And that is just to approach him and have him, talk to them on your behalf. Like my wife really didn't feel comfortable.
The chain of command.
Great, huh?
The chain of command.
Technically. But, if he just went to them in a nice way, like Dion said, some of them just don't care. It's like whatever. Like, we don't care what she say, because they really are into the other one anyway.
And listen, so at that point, when you gone to your husband it doesn't work, and he goes to the family, and then the wife goes to the family, and then goes. At what point in time do the husband go to the ex? Or the ex girlfriend, the boyfriend go to the ex? When do you call and say, hey, listen, this is not working. My girl does not feel comfortable with you being around family.
Well, she was invited. They need to stop inviting her.
Okay, so maybe the family don't have sense.
Well, so she don't either because she came.
That's why he needs to go to the, if it don't work, if the chain of the command don't work, then you go to the girl and say, listen, my girl don't feel comfortable with what's going on.
One moment. Hello.
Hey, friend, how you doing?
Good. What else was on your mind?
I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I've been hearing the whole conversation. Look here, the elders are gonna have to get everybody told. And look here, if they don't agree with the old lady, you both stop going.
Yeah.
Why put a high five up here in this camera?
Now that is true, but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of my husband and his family having a rift. But I guess that is what they would push him to is, not to attend anything with him. They wanted to
Hi, children.
They wanted to speak on the speaker. But now that is true because at some point everybody's gonna have to just back up. Yeah. So you would diss them. But what if you have children and the ex has children? Because you can't cut off the kids.
I ain't gonna cut off the kids. I love a kid. But the ex can't always appear for a family function.
Yeah.
I would get on the person that's always inviting the person. So I can understand if it's a mutual thing or the birthday party.
I don't know.
So together for the child. But every function they got to be there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So is there any point in time where the family just not getting it that you feel that you need to have a conversation with the ex?
Hey, I would even that's what they are ex. Ain't no talking. Ain't no explaining to you. You know how I felt when we left the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no need talking to you. You should not need to be in my yard.
You can't do that now because you got a kid.
I love you in the past. That's where you belong.
Right.
You need to be talking. Why are you here? Why are you here? I don't care if my mama did invite you here.
Because she should have common sense not to show up, right?
Right. But I'm saying if my mom invited one of my ex over, I wouldn't show up. I wouldn't even come.
And what if you are the real ghost?
But what if you didn't know until you got there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's when I get in my car and leave.
Then you need to leave.
With my significant others.
Right.
So
now that's
conversation because basically, like I believe when Sister said when she was hurt, emotionally hurt. Oh, if I'm hurt, we all hurt. All of us gotta leave them alone. Everybody.
That's how I feel.
Leave that person alone. But my homegirl, Lovely D, that's gonna always be my bestie.
Oh, I know.
She more than welcome to come to the family function.
So let me ask you this. Right. So you my brother, right? And I invited your ex to the family function because she my homegirl. You telling me you go pull up, see your ex, and you go just haul ass?
I'm gonna do what with my ex?
You gonna leave because you saw your ex, but you are her brother.
Oh no, I can't do nothing there.
So you gonna just leave because your ex was there, but you're supposed to be attending your sister's function.
Well, my sister would have to understand because it'd be a nice little text, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He said it'd be a nice text.
He ain't coming.
It'll be a nice text.
I like you. See, that's how it should be. If I'm telling you I don't feel comfortable, you should be right there on my side and doing just what you said. We pull up, she there, let's pull off.
Yeah.
He said, let's go.
Let's go. What we stopping for? Put them baked beans back in the car.
You ain't gonna need a phone. But you know she liked your baked beans from before.
Okay. You know I like your beans.
You know I like your beans.
Who made these beans? Because I used to like when you made these beans for me.
Oh my God. He said put them back in
What
the
do you do? What do you do when you are there with the ex and they say something inappropriate like that? You know I love your beans.
Like?
Oh.
You gonna say that to him?
You know my family really don't like you, right? They gonna talk about you in that little short ass dress you got on.
Simply D said he will back out the yard and mac and cheese and all. Yes, he will.
Oh my God.
He got the bomb mac and cheese.
That is
my
crazy.
God.
I would not associate with that person. If I'm done with that person, I'm done with them.
And everybody else should be too.
And that's what everybody should be. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how when you drag them on, you don't talk about.
No, they don't have to be. They don't have to be done with your ex. Just don't have your ex around your new girl. They can still talk on the phone. They can still go out and enjoy themselves in their own personal settings at BW3, get them some wings and everything. But they don't have to bring her around your new girl.
Yeah. I don't think it shouldn't even be a conversation or converse. If you're gonna have something to say. Okay, he right there. There you go. No.
Well, I agree. I mean, again, it's a lot of where you are mentally when you are going through that. So if you are still in life with that person, then it's kind of hard to separate that. But if you pass all of that, then it's easier. It gets easier.
I mean, it gets easier. I guess if I see my ex today on the bar, I would have a whole full conversation with the person. They're ex for a reason.
Right.
They in my past.
It could be something as simple as we're better off just friends, and we still actually even like each other as people.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Simply D, that's my home girl.
Right.
I won't, abandon her or live and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? There was one incident that my wife felt like she was insecure. At the time I said she was insecure. You know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't secure with our relationship and different stuff like that. And different stuff like that. You're not bleeding on the house.
Oh, Jesus. That sounds like me. You ain't bleeding. You breathing? You silly. Right. I just kind of think at some point, everybody got to be adults about it. So we appreciate it.
I believe that everybody has to be adults, but why would the family member always invite that person around? Or why would the mom always have something negative to say about the other person?
Right.
Different stuff like that in front of the age.
Yeah, that's rude. That's totally rude. Totally. That. Well, thank you, Edward. We appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
So we skipped a comment up here. Stephanie Glover said, I will say something.
Oh, I ain't even see Steph up there.
I'm with you, Steph.
I don't know if I would say
that must be that
anything.
gayness running through us.
I'm a gayness too, but I don't think I wouldn't say anything. I would let my husband handle it. But here's another question, and this was pretty deep. It says, how do you feel when you look at Facebook and see memories of a family event you didn't attend, but the ex was there?
I'm totally fine with that because at that point, I ain't have to deal with that situation.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
So they all taking pictures and stuff.
That's fine. I dodged that bullet. We now don't have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I look like Jasmine just did when I did that.
So then you feel like you should, at some point, you should cut everybody off, like Edward said, like this. Don't deal with none of them no more.
I won't say cut them off. I'm just gonna say limit myself to the events that I know that possibly she gonna be there.
What if she just said everyone and you
Then I'm gonna limit myself to every function that she's at, especially if you know how I feel about it. Because at this point now you're being disrespectful. Because you're not even listening to my how I feel. If I'm telling you this is how I feel, and it's Christmas, and you know I want to be with my husband, but yet you got the ex there, that's just being disrespectful at that point. If I done told you for New Year's, Easter, Mother's Day, and Ash Day, whatever else days, and all them days, and they continue to go on, yeah.
Monique said, period. Is that cut them off, Monique?
Period.
So, I guess I'm trying to figure, what is a comeback when your husband or your mate says to you, I can't tell them who to invite to their house. I mean, like, I'm going to talk to them, but I really can't tell them who to invite to their house. And so, you know what, though, let me tell y'all how I had to come to grips with things. Because my mama was still like, he came by to say hey. And so in my hurting moment, I was like, what? And why you talking to him? Because his mama ain't calling me.
Because she ain't like you in the beginning. Oh, I ain't mean you.
You know
I don't mean your situation. I mean, you know.
You know what I'm saying? He was very respectful.
I'm for real. I didn't mean that the person, your ex-mother-in-law like you. I'm saying, obviously, if you had an ex-mother-in-law that's not calling you, she done cut you off.
Beyonce said, laugh out loud. So Monique said, limit myself. Right. Yeah, I would definitely have to limit myself. But I honestly, I would feel bad that he's not as involved in his family as he should be because of this situation. That's all I'm saying. No, I don't like to divide. I just don't. I stay home.
Listen. Been there, done that. You go over there for Thanksgiving, I come over here with my family for Thanksgiving, then we'll get back together at the end of the day at Thanksgiving.
I ain't leaving him over there. He just can't. He can't go if I ain't there now.
You can't tell that grown man where he can and cannot go.
Don't you dare go. Simply D said laugh out loud, and actually I noticed that when Trina said, well, maybe your ex mother-in-law really didn't like you, and that's when Simply D put the laugh out. Here I am thinking,
I ain't mean your situation. I was talking about in general.
And so Simply D said that is when you start having events and inviting who you want. And that would be without the in-laws, technically, huh? I would suppose. So,
how do you expect for your family? How do you like the brother, like my husband or my boyfriend? How do you expect, or how you have him to have a conversation with his sisters or his brothers to set boundaries for that ex? How do you have that conversation?
Well, I mean, I think it would be easy. That's the brother.
Because he just said, okay, so the caller just said, if my ex-girlfriend we pulling off. So what if he had the conversation with his sisters and said, listen, if y'all invite my ex, don't invite us. Like, when do you have that conversation to set boundaries with your
the moment your new wife or whomever has said to you that they're uncomfortable.
There you go.
At that moment.
Okay.
It's time to have a conversation.
All right.
And so Simply D said, you have those events without the ex. I would say without the ex.
You just got choked up?
No, I had a little burp or something.
Now, Jasmine, we're recording. Why are you calling me?
She might have something to say.
Well, then she need to call in on the phone line.
But I think it would be without the ex, definitely, without the mother-in-law and the sisters, like all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I don't know what their intentions are. And oh my God, please don't let them come. They were invited to the party and then she walked in with them at my house. Oh my God.
Oh, let me ask you this. I just had an
my
epiphany.
God.
So is it okay if the ex comes up with her new man? Would that make the situation different? Is that a game changer?
Honestly, I kind of think that at that point it's the ex. Just go somewhere.
All right.
Can't nobody call me and be like, can you come over? You know, we having da 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 da, and like, no, why would I need to be there? We're done. Okay, so Monique said if the family keeps inviting the ex, then where is the respect for the wife? And I there is
High
no
five to the screen.
there is no respect.
Please give the people the number because Jazz might be trying to call in.
Jazz, the number is 850-320-8118.
My godmama is now listening, so I no longer can curse.
She's been cussing all the while. I mean, she can look
Hey,
back
Miss
at
Glow. Yeah, I can't curse no more. My godmama watching.
Look back at it, Miss Glow, because she said a whole lot of things. Okay, so when is it time to cut ties with the entire family and then dare your husband not to attend the family events and functions?
Now, that's just a bit much.
It's a bit much to tell him he cannot go.
Yes.
Period.
With a T on the end.
But why? So you saying you won't go, but oh, baby, you still can go. But I'm just not.
said never.
Never. Okay. And I hope that the one that sent us this topic is watching because, I mean, I think this is some good stuff. I mean, people do need to know, like, this is some, I'm hurt. Like, I'm telling y'all, in my hurt moment, man, it was bad. It was like, why y'all talking to him?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, but
you better now.
Oh, listen.
You stronger, you wiser,
the whole book has been closed.
That chapter is closed.
The whole book closed.
Mm.
Not just the chapter. So I'm saying, like, at that moment, I couldn't even talk to him because I didn't even like him like that. Like, it pissed me off every time I thought about it. But as time went on, then I was able to, like I said, I don't care if my family and friends talk to him now, but when I was going through and I was hurting, yeah, don't do that. Like, I mean, don't y'all love me enough to know that I don't like him at this moment? Like, and so you shouldn't either. Did I tell you not to talk to him? I think I did, didn't I?
I don't know. I just gotta remember from day to day. So decade to decade, I can't.
So Simply D said, my ex still call and check on the family. I'm good. I know, yeah. And he does, and yeah. You know, mama gonna answer.
You know what? And I just had something that hit my mind where this would involve me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have an ex, right?
Okay.
I'm not going to say that. My daughter's father. Okay, you like to tell your stories? Let me tell my story.
Good.
Okay, so my daughter's father is getting married, right? And so we did not break up on bad terms. Like we've always been friends,
right?
We always call each other like for advice to talk, just whatever. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I told my husband, current husband, like me and my baby daddy, we real close. So there are gonna be days. I'm just gonna be sitting there, we laughing and acting a fool, right? Okay. So when he told us he was getting married, in my mind, I was like, I want to go to the wedding because I am genuinely happy for him. I've talked to his current girl, fiance. We talked on the phone. She knows I'm 8 hours away. I am no threat. But I was, and I do have a relationship with the family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go to the event. But that would be one event that I would like to go to.
Well, what's your kind
My best friend told me that was wrong.
What's the kind husband say?
We ain't talked about that.
Well, I say we just had this whole freaking conversation about how the ex shouldn't appeal. So now you the ex, why would you want to appeal?
Cause just like Edward and Dion say they besties, we the besties of besties like they are, but we We friends like that.
Yeah, well, say congratulations on the phone and keep it moving.
Okay, so let's go to another part of it. So what happens if somebody like that family member died? Do I not go to the funeral?
Send a card and a piece of money.
See, that's wrong right there. Where do
take over some chicken and some drink?
The funeral food, check soda,
roast
chicken.
Because we just had that conversation and you said it was rude, but
it is.
But you would.
That's the one time appearance though. And that
you
is,
ain't
and that's at an important event too, huh?
I mean, okay, so let me simply say I wouldn't go. Again, I am.
Wait a minute, hold on, let me cut you off, D. Because hold on, D. Stop that. Because now, if Edward, I don't know Edward's situation. I think he is married. If he told you the day that he was getting married, would you not go to the wedding? I don't know what y'all situation was, y'all bested friends or whatever. I don't know how that was, but would you not go to the Edward wedding?
Uber Eats and let it go. Kept saying, what is Uber Eats? But you saying send the food.
She said no.
Oh, she said no. Because you the ex. What you need to be there for? Let me tell y'all though, I was invited to. Okay, let me see how this went.
Say it.
I was invited to.
Say it slow, get it right.
It was my friend because I met her through my ex. It was my ex friend's girlfriend, and they were getting married, but my ex and I were no longer together. But I
got it.
Okay. I was invited to sing, and I said to her, I don't mind coming, but that might be a little odd because my boyfriend, he was my boyfriend at the time, my boyfriend is going to come with me. And so I don't want no riff, at the wedding. I don't mind.
You didn't want her singing at your wedding anyway, because she'll get emotional and just leave the song and the piano play with still been playing.
Yeah, not at the wedding though. That's when I'm at the wedding. Like I do get filled up. But
do you know what I'm talking about?
So simply like I went, my future husband was with me, and one of they knew that some of the men in her uncles knew that I was single, and it clearly didn't realize that I had come with a male. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know I had came with somebody. So he says to my ex, "That's a nice little girl for you." This is what my friend came back and told me. She said, "But little did he know you was his." I was like, "What?" My future husband at that time invited my ex to the wedding. I said, "And if he put 2 toes over the threshold, it's gonna be on."
Now that was rude.
I don't know why he did that.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it depends on. Listen now. I think it depends on the relationship. Now I'm backpedaling because my ex whole family came to my wedding. Yeah. And it was I'm talking about the brother, the mama, the daddy. Everybody was at my wedding. So it was not weird because that's the situation. I'm telling you, that's the type of relationship we have.
Okay, well go ahead and go. But what I will tell you is
I wasn't invited though.
Oh, well, you ain't going to. But I was just going to say seriously, like, just mention that. Like, you need to get your husband's what his idea of the situation is. Like, you need to make sure he's okay with you going.
My husband went to ex funerals, mama's, daddy's, uncle's, brother, to pay his respect. Why I can't go to a wedding to pay my respect?
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm not gonna give you any information. I'm just doing that. I'm just saying, be respectful. That's something. Ain't nobody come looking for me. Shoot me because I didn't give you information.
I'm gonna say Londa said. Because he thinks very highly of you. So if it comes from you, then it is gold. So that's the plan.
Yeah, talk to my cousin. Nah. But I'm okay, so long story short, like exes, if it is a serious situation and you kind of feel uneasy about it, they really shouldn't be present.
Absolutely.
And then if that's the case, have a conversation with your husband. tell him how you feel so he can convey the message to his family, especially if they saying little slick stuff like, you should have married, you should have never married her. I like so and so. Like that's just rude.
And that's open doors to cuss them out.
It is. Well, it's definitely an open door to leave. I don't know about cussing nobody out.
Yeah, it did leave. See, you got the order wrong. The order. Cuss, didn't leave. Not lead and cuss.
Let your mate handle that. That's their family.
No, listen.
That's
if you can give the disrespect, be able to take the disrespect.
I ain't trying to be mean to nobody.
No, it ain't being mean to nobody.
That's deep though. And so again, I hope that the young lady that sent this topic in was present, because honestly, I think you got a lot of good information.
Absolutely.
Just kind of tread lightly with them. They ain't your friend.
And at the end of the day, me and my best friend say, you do me, I do you.
What that mean?
What that mean? You disrespect me, you finna get disrespected back. You cuss me out, you finna get cussed back. Yeah. You do me, I do you. Hey, Monty.
It depends on the situation.
I ain't no depends.
No. Yeah. Well,
see, you always see.
I'll walk away. I'm just not. I ain't got time to do all that. He don't Mo come out 100. Mo, don't be giving her no crazy. No, she ain't got no filter.
I ain't rap tight.
That. So, guys, I really thank y'all for joining us. It has really been that was a very interesting topic, and I really thought about this for like a long time. I was like, that's kind of deep, and I just kind of got back into like Trina said, she was about to cry. Like I kind of went back to like a lot of stuff that I had gone through and was like, you know what, that probably was disrespectful, or like when somebody made a comment about, or even asked about an ex in my presence, and I just, how was so and so doing? I kind of thought that was rude. Don't do that. Like do that to them by themselves. Don't do that in front of the new girl. Like that's kind of ugly. And Simply D said, when that comes up in my life, the husband sat down the wife and me. Wait, the husband sat y'all down and she was good afterwards. She realized I didn't want him back. Okay.
That comes back to when is it time for your man to say something to her?
He ain't even got to say nothing to her. I'm gonna look at the person who invited her. I don't feel like she would have come if she was not, if there was not an invite. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think he ever needs to go to her. Stop inviting her.
But he ain't inviting her. The
family needs to stop.
But that's my home girl, so I'm gonna invite her. See, and that goes back because we over our time. There, like I said, there's a time and place for everything. When it's family functions, she shouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. When it is homegirl functions, that's where you need to be at. You need to be at the homegirl function.
Where it's just the girl.
Where the girl and they people.
But what if they consider you a homegirl at some point? Now you the homegirl and her the homegirl. You still feel the same way?
I ain't the homegirl. I'm the sister-in-law. I come to family function.
Oh, okay. They need to know who to invite to what.
Right. You're supposed to have a different set of people at your stuff.
You heard it.
You got it.
You heard it straight from her. Mo said, as an ex, I would not even want to be around.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. I wouldn't either.
I'm thinking about my situation.
You want to go?
I want to go.
You wasn't invited.
I know. And I might just pick this phone up in a minute and call you and ask you am I invited.
Or not. I'm like you, Mo. I don't know if I really want to be around. I mean, because if you still, well, in your situation it's different because y'all never really broke up on bad terms or anything like that. But if it's somebody who has hurt you or whatever, you definitely don't want to be around. Oh, whether you still like the mama or the sister or whoever it is, even though you still like them, you definitely gonna, only limit yourself to saying, hey, in the store. Mm-hmm. Hey, how you doing? All right, bye. and then you'll see them the next time y'all in the store. Other than that, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Well,
that has been our time. Thank y'all so much. That was so interesting. So listen, if you have a topic that you would like us to talk about and get some real information on, seriously, y'all send an email to gainusgossip@gmail.com, and you just never know, your topic may be discussed. And you may get some really good information. So until next time, thank y'all for joining. Bye. Thank y'all, Facebook.